Hello everyone, welcome back to VoxRes. In today's video we're finally going to get the engine out of the Astra. Okay, today's Sunday. Last time we worked on the Astra was Friday. Had a nice chill out day down the coast yesterday. As I said before, it's a bank holiday weekend. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous again. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning and it's already really warm, which is very, very unusual for the UK at this time of year, or certainly for a bank holiday weekend. So, like I say, I think probably lost some video footage of the work I did on Friday. So this is where we are at the minute with the Astra. As you can see, we've got all the front end removed, radiator pack out, exhaust system disconnected, a lot of the electrics are unplugged, batteries missing, battery trays gone, took all that out. There's a few little jobs to do on here. The aim of the game today is to get this engine out, this engine prepared with new clutch and new timing belt, new auxiliary belt, and get that in there. Got some assistance from my son today. He's still in his pit at the minute, but I'm sure he'll be down to help out soon. So I'm going to crack on, get the rest of the jobs done on here, which entail disconnecting the gearbox linkage, which is right down there, if you can see it. That's the gearbox linkage there. I think that's bolted to one of the engine mounts. A couple of hoses there, got to come off. They have fixed on the engine, that, so I don't know whether to take them off there or the engine. Might just take them off the engine side actually, or maybe both to get them out of the way, give us a bit more access. They are the heater matrix hoses. So that's got to come off. This wiring plug here has got to come off because that goes round into the vehicle wiring loom there. And I think that's the only connection, that one and that one is the only connection to the engine. So everything else, all the other wiring and all the other sensors are all connected to the engine. If we look on this one, on the replacement engine, that's the one I was talking about. So that's been chopped off there. So it's been chopped off the car side. That goes round there on its own with that plug on that's on top of the ECU. It's on the other engine, and there's a little branch comes out there and goes onto there. So that's the plan for today. Hopefully by the end of the day we'll have the other engine in there. Probably going to be a bit of a fiddle getting it out. It's years, probably about, I don't know, 25-30 years since I took an engine out of a car, and they were a lot simpler back then. So fingers crossed this one will go without too many problems. So some more wiring and connectors I had to disconnect as a bolt. Held that onto the live terminal because that's part of the engine loom, this bit, and then also there's a neutral one to take off there, negative one to take off there. And there was that connector, where was that? Can't remember. That one there. Yeah, that one there. But the steering linkage was a complete nightmare. Two of the connections came out really easy. The little split pin, which is this little thing here. So what you had to do with that was, where is it? Push that in, and then you could slide the whole thing out. So you push this little hooked piece in and you can push that straight out. So that came out quite easily. But, and I'll show you down here the damage I had to do to get this apart. This, where it's mounted on a bracket at the back of the engine bay, would not come out. So it's a similar thing to this. Had a little spring clip on the top of there, should just push out. I don't think that one will push out. But yeah, as you can see, I've had to drill it, hammer it, smash it. I tried putting a ball joint separator on it to push the pin out, but it just wouldn't shift. So I've had to destroy it. I think I've done the right thing. Well, it's not the right thing, but it's the only way I could get it off. Little bit of frustration setting again there, but it's off now. I've also got an engine mount disconnected there, the front gearbox mount, and I've also got this one off here, as I dropped the gearbox a little bit to get the linkage free. So you can see the pin down there that one end mounts on. So that's the pin there, so to get that free to try and wiggle the rest of it about. And as you can see, I think you can see it down there, that bracket has still got the outer bit of the bushing on it, and a lot of rubber and crap. So it is bolted down there with 4 Torx bolts, but you can't get to them with the engine in place. It's impossible. So what I'm going to have to do is when I get the engine out, is to take that bracket off and try and split that down with a little die grinder or something and get that out a piece of, and hope that bracket's all right. Whilst I was looking at seeing how you remove this linkage, I saw on a couple of YouTube videos that they're about 30 quid for the whole lot, and they're actually a little bit more upgraded because this rod here is metal. This one's probably a bit slack, so yeah, it's another 30 quid, but it's another new part. Hopefully it will outlast the car, or outlast my ownership of it anyway. Right, time to crack on with the rest of it now. So I think need to get the crane and stuff in place now, and get ready to lift this engine out, because it's literally held on now. It's held up by the trolley jack at one end there, and 2 more engine mounts, and I think it can come out. So let's crack on with that. So yeah, another problem we've come across. Brand new crane, engine lifting crane, and I've got it out of the garage. Went to line it up and get it ready for lifting, and this happens. It doesn't do anything. So I had to go in, pack everything up, go in, have a shower, jump in the other car, and go to our local Halfords, which is about 6 miles away, and buy some of this stuff. Hydraulic jack oil. Bought some of that. Hopefully that will do the trick, because apparently these need topping up, possibly from new, after I read the instructions, which obviously I hadn't done and hadn't tried it before today. So that's another couple of hours delay. It must have been a bit of a lunch break as well at the same time. So let's get this thing topped up and see if we can get it to work. So after a lot of faffing about and another couple of hours wasted, I've actually got the engine supported on the engine stand. So it's off the engine mount down there, that's completely gone. This one's supposed to just pull off the bodywork. I've got all the bolts undone, but like everything else on this car, it will not come off. So I'm hoping I can wiggle it around that. Maybe getting it at a bit of an angle, I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'll look around here. So there's just that engine mount to come off there. I'm going to take that off of the engine and off of the bodywork. That gives us some space to lift straight up there. That is just the slack from that, so that can sit up there. And then there's one more engine mount down the back, which I don't think you can see from me, that I'm just going to crawl underneath the car and undo. So let's get that done. So as is usual with this bloody car, pardon my language, this engine mount, it's got 4 bolts in it, 1, 2 and 2 at the bottom. Manual says take those bolts out, pull the engine mount off. Will it come off? No. You see I've been prying at it and I've bent it a little bit. It now seems to be loose, but it's definitely not just going to pull out. It's stuck as if it's on a bolt. Can't see or feel anything through the middle of it there. Couldn't even get to it if I wanted to be honest. But there's nothing there. So anyway, I've got the back mount off. I've been trying to get that one off because I've started lifting the engine out. As you can see, I've got it all strapped on. Just so you got to get on, and forgot to start videoing it. So I'll try and video my progress now. What I've just started to do is, again in a little bit of desperation, is just keep jacking on it, and it's coming up high this end, which is good. So what I'm hoping is I can keep going and clear this and slide it clear of that engine mount, and then twist it and lift it out. So I'm going to put you on the other camera now, hopefully, and we'll video the progress from here on in. that's a wrap for today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you can see, it was a little bit tricky getting the engine out, especially as I ended up doing it on my own. I wouldn't recommend it. You're better off with an assistant. You really need one person on the crane, one person to manoeuvre the engine out itself. But however, we managed to get it done. So that's all out. In the next video, we'll be prepping the replacement engine, new clutch, new timing belt, a few bits and pieces we need to swap over. Just like to say a big thank you to all my subscribers. Back in the middle of March, I set a target of the end of April to get 100 subscribers. We're now up to, I think it's about 89 last time I looked. So we're well on the way. It's only the beginning of April now. So again, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to like and share down below and subscribe as well. And I'll catch you in the next one.